All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Talk with Steven. I know you have missed some of the session today, some of the previous session. So, I'm so sorry for missing few of the session. But introducing about Talk with Steven, this is a weekly talk show that has been hosted by me. I'm Steven Raj here. I'm the host for this talk show, and where I will be interviewing individuals who are successful in terms of their life, in terms of their own career, their business, in their parenting, in their relationship. This kind of people, we will bring them, and then we will ask them to share their stories, their inspiring stories with us, because every single one of us have an incredible story that we need to share it out with people so that they can learn from each other. So that is the purpose of this talk show, to inspire people, for inspire you to do what you love to do and to be a happier person. So we have been doing this talk show for the past, I think, 6 months. I have started this talk show during February, and we have been running. Now it's October, so it's going to be November. So it's been running until right now. So thank you for all the people who have joined here today. For those of you who are joining new, we have a lot of talk show with very good topics like this. We have previous sessions. Everything is in my Facebook, so you can go and check it out everywhere and watch all the contents every now and then if you want. So this talk show is also actually co-organized by ET Ideas, a social business incubator that guides people on their businesses to develop it into the next level, and also PMDK, an organization, an NGO that focus on guiding the youngsters to bring out their potentials, to work with them, to give them the resources, the guidance, the support that they need to develop themselves to be successful youngsters as well. So this is who we are, and today we have a very interesting topic to talk about, which is raising successful children. And this is a topic that I also wanted to listen, even though I'm not a parent, but I wanted to know how to raise a successful children as well. So we have Ms Valsala Krishnan with us today, who is personally my mentor. She has been guiding me in terms of my own career and everything. So she has been mentor for so many people, and she is the co-founder. She's a founder and the CEO of Globetrotter Consultancy, an amazing company where she guides individual on how they can focus on their, follow their heart to do what they love to do, and also achieve the goal that they have set in terms of their own happiness, life, health, and wealth relationship as well. So she has been, over the years, she's been working with thousands of people, and many of their life has actually changed because of that. And today she's going to talk about raising successful children. So she has these two beautifully amazing kids called Heerraa and Harsha. They are the two superstars that I know right now in Malaysia. They're very famous. Heerraa is a 22-year-old singer-songwriter, and she won many, many awards. Recently, this year, she won the Best Entertainer Award in USA for the amazing song called "Feel Alive." You can go and check it out in Spotify, in YouTube, everywhere. She's there, and she's also a student in Harvard University. I never know anybody from Malaysia to actually go for Harvard, but she managed to go for it. And she also the co-founder of Ascendance, a nationwide youth movement, and 2019 Diana Award recipient. And then we have Harsha, and Valsala's second daughter, who is also the co-founder of Ascendance and the acting CEO of Ascendance. And she is also the CEO of StartMyName.com. And she's also an undergrad student at University of Pennsylvania. She have at 18 years old, she actually wrote a book called The Makings of Teenage Entrepreneur. If you haven't read about that book, get it for your kid or get it for yourself. Read it. It's an amazing book that I read it. That is the only book that I finished in 2 days in my life. The book is so good, and she have sold about, like, the book has been sold about like 1,000 copies for this year alone. So that's how good the book is. And she is the mother. Valsala is the mother of these two amazingly successful kids. So it's my honor to have Valsala here with me today. So without any further ado, let's welcome Valsala.
Hello,
Yay!
Stephen.
Hello,
Hello.
Valsala. How are you?
Very nice intro, Stephen. Nice to hear the intro itself.
Thank you very
Now,
much. Yeah. So Vasla is here with us today to talk about raising successful children, and I want this talk show to be as personalized as to our audience as possible. That's how the talk with Steven always work. So what you need to do is ask your questions. Because if you didn't ask your question, I have a lot of questions with me. I will just ask the question, all the answers that I want to know. So if you're a parent who is watching, you wanted to know something personally for your children, just ask away the question. Valsala will answer it if it is possible lah. So Valsala, how are you, Valsala?
I'm good. When I heard your introduction and I look at the topic raising successful children, when I was raising them, I don't know whether they're going to be successful or not. I just can hope and pray, okay, whatever I'm doing turns out right.
Nice, Valsala, nice. I think that to start out this session, I have this one question. Who is asked? The question is asked by one of the parent. She asked something like, "Is it stressful to raise two successful children at your house?" So,
Is it stressful?
yeah,
The question.
they ask, "Is
When
it stressful to raise successful children?"
when I'm stressed, it is stressful. When I'm fine, it's fine. I enjoy the time with my children and it's nice and all. So it depends. When it depends on how I am. And I didn't know this before. When I was much younger and I was okay, when I was very busy, that means I have my work, I have my corporate work, and then I was a
Mm,
single mom as well. I mean, my parents helped me take care of it, but in the end, I'm the mother, right? So I need to make sure everything is done, and that's when they'll do all the funny things like so Harsha is in the morning school means morning school, going to school time, they'll come and tell me, today got art project. I forgot to buy art block. Huh? So you will realize all these kind of things and all. So there are moments of stressfulness, but what I've realized now that I work with people, I work with our mind and our ability to cope with stress and all and manage our emotions, I realize it only happens is very stressful when I'm stressful. So
okay.
when I find income, I'll tell them, okay, find solution. For example, I'll just tell your responsibility, right? You going to school, right? So you need to take responsibility for it. Another thing I realize is as the children grow up is when I'm not stressful is I allow them first they must have a goal, then they have a purpose, then it becomes their responsibility. That means if you tell the child you're not responsible, the father is like, what are you talking about? But let's say they got for example, right, they both got scholarship. So when they got scholarship, they have to maintain their grades in school. So now studying is no more my responsibility. It's their responsibility. You study, you don't study, you got time. It's your problem, not my problem. So I don't have the stress. The stress I give back to them. So it's their stress. Even sometimes I'll say, let's go for a movie. Then they'll say, no, this week got exam. I said, no, man, you finish studying and earlier and we go for movie. They'll be like, you are the only mother who will say like this. Because now I know they are already taking that thing very seriously. So they just need to rest and relax for a while. So the
Mm.
stress is no more on me. The stress is on them because they are working for their goals.
Yeah, when you're talking about this was like, I can see that there is you're totally different from my mother, the parents that I know, my sisters, they are also parent, because what they will usually tell is exam time study. You I don't care, you just study. So that's only part study part. Like, there are other parts also that you are different and everything. What are the things that you actually did differently in your parenting when you're raising them up?
Okay, Steven, that one I need to have like 1 year talk, Steven, because so many things I did differently, but I can tell you how it started me being different. In the beginning, I wasn't because I wasn't really, I mean, uh, mm, first of all, I have children, but it's like I'm coping with my work, I'm coping with my own things, I'm coping with my children. So I'm just running around coping with many things. Okay. And I do what I can.
Managing things.
Many things, but many things means like work and mother will know lah, there are a lot of things to do. Okay, you have to take
Mm,
care of yourself, you have to take care of your child, especially when the child is small. But my changing point came when I met ET Ideas.
okay.
One is because it was a social business incubator. There was many people out there who I met there who were out of my comfort zone. That means they are not my family, they are not people I work with, they're not my circle, not my group. So it opened up my exposure, my possibility to other things. Secondly, they were talking about things like goal setting, how
Mm,
powerful your mind is. So I went there for myself because I wanted to be an entrepreneur at that time, started Globetrotter, and also I was actually there for myself. But then, what am I going to do with my children? So it's good for them also. So I brought them along. So actually,
okay.
they just came along. They came,
Mm.
that means when I found something that was good for me, I brought them along with it. And if you ask me, Harsha was interested in the talks and all in the beginning itself. Heerraa wasn't. Hira was like, I don't want the spiritual talk. What you talking about? I don't want all and all. I'm busy. I got things to do. What she doing at home? She's sitting home and watching TV. Okay, but but that time was physical. This one, so we will. I and Harsha will go, and then we send out cake photos to her. Then she said, "Hey, you're having cake?" I say, "Yes, but you didn't tell me you're going to have cake." I said, "I didn't know. I went there. I saw the cake I bought. So you want me next time you come." So since then they start coming, but eventually it rubbed on them, and the core things that rubbed on them is having a goal, okay, having a purpose. So when they find their purpose, then they become engaged. If you ask me, that was my turning point. And another thing I realized is handling myself, my emotions. This is the part where I said, if I'm okay means, let's say example, right? If I got a very important meeting, that day only I'll see like, oh, your laundry all on the floor. You never put the laundry there. Then I'll start shouting and I'll start, I'll go berserk. And they all will start running around cleaning up because, mom went berserk. Okay. But eventually I realized that this is because I do the personal development program. I cannot do a personal development program if I myself don't know what I'm doing. So it first is my learning about myself. What am I doing in this? Then I realize, oh, when I'm stressed, I'm reacting, and these things all become big deal, and I'm actually letting it out on them. Whereas when I'm fine and all, because it's not like today only they left their clothes there. Yesterday also they did, but yesterday it didn't bother me. Today it
Mm.
bothers me because I am already in a stress mode. So when I'm in a stress mode, I keep quiet. That means I try to just do the work I need to do. Tomorrow I'll come and deal with this clothes thing. So if I feel this is okay, I can live with it. I live with it. I cannot live with it means I need to talk to them. Or I need to handle them, but not in a reactive manner. So when
Mm.
I start doing this, they also start doing the same thing.
Very nice. It's about yourself. When you are not, when you are handling yourself better, they manage to learn from you, and then because they learn from the parent, right? They look at the parent what they're
Yes,
doing. So,
yes, correct.
like
So if I'm
when
stressed out, when I shout, they won't shout, but they will counter my argument better than me. Okay.
yeah, and like you told just now, like they have a goal, what they want. Like Hira want to become a singer, Harsha wanted to become something, so they have a goal, and they are also looking at you. You also have a goal at that point of time. You want to develop yourself, you want to develop your business and everything. So when you working on your goal, that's inspire them to work,
Yes,
take a step to move on their goals as well.
yes.
So very nice, Vasla. I have this question: how did you let go of the control that you have
Oh,
towards children?
see what
Like
you ask such deep questions, all Steven. This one
sorry,
very
suddenly it
difficult.
comes to my mind.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, how did you let go? Because as a parent, we live up in a certain way, and we want the kid to be also to follow the steps. Like you go pray now, and this kind of things. But maybe the kid don't want to go and pray, or they don't want to do
Okay.
this and something. So
If you
how did
ask
you
me,
handle this?
this is the most difficult thing for a parent to do. Very difficult. If you ask me, my parents until now haven't really fully let go of the control. It will start coming back. But you must see why this happened. Because when the baby is born, the baby cannot do anything. So
Mm,
the mother and father do everything for them, determine everything for them. This happens until they go into primary school. And primary school slowly they start changing. Secondary school, you'll see many of them will disengage because now they are beginning to become an individual themselves. Their hearts speak to them, they want to do things differently, and then they see the way of what the family doing might or might not be aligned in certain things that they want to do. That's why you'll see a lot
mm,
of teenagers become quiet, reserved, pull back, and all. But on the
yep.
parent side, they are used to determining everything. Okay,
Mm,
and that's the letting go of the control part. How did I do this? This is very difficult to do. Okay, I actually have a mentor, and I had to go and tell him this. I have to talk to him at certain points in time. Okay, I've got very successful daughters, which is good, but the successful daughters also mean they. I had to let go of control of them earlier than most parents. Because
mm,
now they're CEOs and all, right? I cannot be running this their son and all, right? But in the beginning, like sometimes when some things are happening, I cannot tell a CEO how to run her company. And eventually, you see, Essence is a big organization. I cannot tell Hira how to do her stuff and all. So it's like it's no more. one of the things that I let go control is, see, accepting the fact that they are adults and accepting the fact they might make mistake. And one of the thing that, it's not an easy process lah. It's not a simple easy process. I give you one example that might give you an idea. I'm an accountant by profession. Okay, and I grew up in a safe environment. Okay, you know, you go to work, you got gaji tetap, and there's a safe career ladder. And
Mm.
my elder daughter tells me, elder children always will freak you out first because your first child, right? Okay, so she tells me she wants to be a singer. So I thought, okay, never mind, it'll go off. But it didn't go off. Every year she keeps saying this consistently. And when I met ET Ideas, it became much stronger because now she set her goal. Now, it's like you brought her for a goal setting. People were talk about goal setting. Also, she set a goal. She won't be a singer. And then one of the thing they asked her is, are you working on it? So she said no and all. Then she said, okay, I'll start working on it. So she did work on it. She did put her initiative as well. She started writing songs. She started performing and all. And then when she finished her IGCSE, she was the top scorer in the school's history. And she tells me, I want to be a professional singer. I was like, fine. But you study first, then you become a professional singer. That's what every mother do, right? Because for me, it's like finish your education first. It's a safe zone.
Mm.
Safe this one, then you become a professional singer. When we went to all these universities looking for, she got scholarships somehow, but
Mm.
the scholarships that she got was in other areas, not music, aeronautical engineering and all. Okay. So she said, I don't want this. What am I going to do this? I want to be a singer. This one, part of me, I understand. The other part is scholarship. You do want, was difficult. That means I need to
Getting
handle my
scholarship is very difficult. Yeah.
very difficult because now somebody is paying for education. You say, don't want, okay, never mind. It's okay. Then she also told me something like, I'm not like you. I'll die if I work 9 to 5 in an office. I look at it also. I also didn't want to do that 9 to 5. I also wanted the freedom and all, right? So maybe let me allow her to be happy. Let me allow her to do what she wants to do. So fine. So she said this. Then I went all these universities looking for music course. All the courses were about music.
Mm.
It was like history of music, that, this, and all. She was already performing. So she's like, how is any of this going to make me a performer? But I'm a mother, I'm very good at convincing my way to my children and making it feel like it was their idea. So in the end, I somehow got her to see I should go to college. Okay, so we were going to do this. Then my mentor, just before we signed up for college, my mentor called me and he called both of us and he told Heerraa, he gave this software called Ableton, which looked like some rocket going as, I looked at it, the software also very scary. He showed the software and he told Heerraa, can you compose a song? She said, can. I'll come
Mm.
back in a few days. I was very confused. I asked her, how are you going to do this? Do you need to go for any class? She said, no need, ma, I'll just Google it. I was like, Google, for me means I must study something in class. So about a few days, less than a week later, she came back with this song, very nice genre of the song. The song was very nice. That's the time it hit me. If I send this girl to college, she's a creative girl. If I send her at age 17 years old to college, she will become boxed up. That means for her will be 1 plus 1 plus 2 is 1 plus 1 is 2. She
Mm.
cannot think of anything else. She'll become very structured too early. Whereas her career that she's choosing is one of creativity. She hasn't explored this creativity yet. So that's when I took the difficult decision to tell her, never mind, you don't need to go to college. You do your performance career well, as long as you don't stay home and do nothing lah. Okay.
Mm.
And she turned around and said, no, I want to go to college. Remember, I convinced her, right? We over convinced her. I convinced her back. No, that one wasn't your idea, it was mine only when I realized. Okay. For the next 2 months after that, she stayed home and she wasn't really doing anything. This freaked me out because I'm like, don't tell me you say you want to be a singer, but you're not doing anything. Suddenly you become a bum means how?
Mm.
Okay, these are important years of your life. So that fear kicked in, and I told her, you say you want to do this. I say, okay, I don't see you doing anything. Then I say, if you want to do the things the way ET ideas do it, you must follow lah. You must get up in the morning. And then she started lah, get up in the morning. She started a lot more with the discipline, ascendance. She started working on her skills on running projects. She started working on other things as well as her songwriting, getting it out there. So if you ask me, if I had stopped her then, she wouldn't be the singer songwriter who's winning awards today. Because
Mm.
today she's winning because her creativity is different.
Yeah.
Okay, so that 5 years has gone. She has become, now she's an international star. She gets featured on radios overseas and in Malaysia as well, and all her songs are coming out and all. She's really a star in her own right. Another
Mm.
thing that made her success is I don't like the music industry. My own experience is musicians cannot make money. They
Make money.
cannot they cannot make money, and it's
Mm.
not a very nice industry for women. Okay, but I didn't tell her this. I just make sure she sees she doesn't fall. That means she don't perform in places that she don't want to perform. She only chooses her performance, her concert, and she also knows goal setting. She knows how to take the action. So once she started following all this, I see the progress she's doing. I got a lot more confident, a lot more supportive of all this. Then this year she tells me, we look at it and we now she's a lot more dealing with people in the US and all. This year she looked at it and she said, okay, maybe I apply to Howard and see. I said, apply lah. She applied, she got in. She got in because of all her records. Of course, she's a good student, but there are
Yep.
many good students. But she now has won awards. She has a lot of work with Ascendance she has done. She has
Mm.
started a social movement. So, seeing all this, they accepted her in. Now, she's in a university that I never thought she can go. She's not in any university, she's in the best university in the world.
That's finished in the world.
But why is she there is no more for her music. The music she already knows. It is more to, okay, what happens, how she wants to take this musical career to the next level. It is international relationship. It's the media relationship. It's turning this into an academy, the critical
Mm.
thinking, all those things. The other skills she needs, she's getting there. Oh, another thing is connections. When you go to university, you stay not only the exposure, it's the connections as well. So she
Mm.
is going there now because she's already a singer, a songwriter. She's successful. What's next? Okay, so it
Mm.
worked out well because I listened to her instead of I did. I mean, without realizing, I tried to influence her. Then when I realized it, I stepped back. So that's my
Nice.
long explanation, Stephen.
Very nice, Vasla. I really like it. I think you still have a lot of experience to share regarding how did you let this control go. But if you guys want to contact Valsala, just contact Valsala. Just let me know. I will see how I can help you guys as well. So we have a few more minutes, Valsala. I want to ask you this one question that asked by one of the parents who are watching here right now, which I wanted to know this answer personally because they asked this question where like last time our parents and everything they used to make us disciplined to follow the things that we are doing to not to do some stupid things and all. They beat us, like they punish us, this kind of things that actually shapes us who we are right now. For me personally, my mother beat me up and everything, but that if you never do that, I wouldn't have to be a person. I cannot be a person like I am today right now. So for me it's good, but there are some things that you cannot beat people, cannot beat the kids and everything. It's become a huge controversy now. So the parent asked like, how will you punish the kids or this kind of things without getting into trouble like this or this kind of things?
Okay, the problem is we like to generalize things. We like to say, cannot beat. Beat means wrong. Must beat. So, okay, this whether you should smack your children, you whack your children, or whether you want to talk to them, it depends on the child. It depends on what the child needs. That means if I whack my children, it won't work. I don't need to whack. I just said, Heerraa, enough already, you're crying. So I'm like, okay, fine. So it's like, because they are very hard on themselves already. So I need to use the other one. Never mind, it's okay and all. Okay, so it depends on the child itself. So for some children, okay, what do you want the child to do? You want the child to, it depends. Okay, so let's say you want the child to study. You
Mm.
beat the child for what? The child might not be you have to investigate what is the problem. It may be because they are unhappy with a certain teacher. I give you an example. There was one time Hira was crying, don't want to go to school. I still don't know what to do. In the end, I realized the one of the course she's taking, this is in kindergarten. One of the this one is Chinese. She's scared of the Chinese teacher because she don't know how to speak that thing. That's all. So I just went and told the Chinese teacher, never mind, she cannot talk, never mind, she cannot understand, never mind. The Chinese teacher was like, she crying because of me. But we didn't know this. We solved that already, then the problem okay already. So you need to see what is the source of the problem. That means instead of whacking or not whacking, what's causing this in this child? Okay, you have to investigate that problem, number one. Number two is if you want to whack or you don't want to whack or what, depends on are you okay or not. That means if sometimes I tell these people all don't listen, then okay, maybe I need to be firm. I don't whack, but maybe I need to, scold. Okay, because whatever the idea of me this one is I need to communicate it in a manner that they understand, and sometimes certain tone or certain pain or what only will get them to listen. Fine. So if I'm whacking or I'm scolding, am I doing this because this is the right thing? I already thought, okay, others all not working, now I need to get into this role and do this. Or am I doing it because I'm frustrated, I'm upset, I'm angry, I'm letting go my anger by whacking the child? Second one, very, very dangerous. Because the point in focus is not the child, is you.
Lepas geram
So
lah.
that means you cannot lepas geram. Okay, or and many parents do this, or cannot not only lepas geram. Another thing is my parents whack me, so I whack you. Cannot also, because you are a different child, they are different child, your child is different, and the environment you're growing up in is different. Okay, but my parents never whack me. I'm not gonna whack you. You don't know. You don't know who this child that came to you, what they need. You don't know, but you will know in your heart. You will know if you are calm and if you are thinking. Okay, that means a lot of times when we are reacting from our emotions, and somehow we will react from what other people say. One uncle will come and say, "Why your son like this, or why your daughter like this, But one of the things they told me in the beginning is, school night. Why you take your children out to the talks? Every other time, some relative will come and tell me this. Eventually, my children did so well in school with the talks and all that this all stopped. Then they all come and ask me, "How your child do this? Can you also help my child to do it?" But if I had reacted to them and stopped them from going for these talks and all and doing the things they're doing, then they won't be who they are today. So you actually know, you as a mother or father, you actually know what's best for your child. So when you know that, you have to cite your child lah. You have to think and talk to your child, and that could be talking, that could be whacking and all. I know because my brother was not an easy person to handle, so sometimes must whack. Okay? But you cannot whack out of frustration. It must be whacked because have I got whacking? Not really, but I know that the rotan has come out, and I know it has come out because you're not listening.
You have tried the other ways that not
Yes,
working lah.
yes. That means other ways not working, this works. Like until today, right? Alarm clocks don't work for my daughters. Okay, they won't wake up. But the moment I say Heerraa, that my tone only, they'll wake up. So I say, why don't you record that and use as your alarm clock? Because actually they're scared. Okay, they're scared of that tone. Okay, so it's like certain things will work at certain point for certain people, and you will know which is best. If you're thinking, if you are emotional, then cannot you have to calm down your emotions first.
It is many things to do. One thing I learned from your sharing also is many things to do as a parent, as an individual, to handle ourselves better, so that you can focus your best to the child as well. Like, because they learn from you, they look at you, they learn from you. They don't listen to you actually, but they look
Yes,
at you. They they
yes.
they live
So
the life
okay,
that you are
you
living.
cannot tell your child be on time, don't be late, but you are late all the time. You cannot do that, okay? And you cannot tell your child study, but you not doing your work. You yourself cannot do what you're asking them to do.
Yeah.
So yes, you need to be able to practice what they are doing.
Yeah. We have Hira watching the show, and then she say, "I got goosebump hearing the tone in this video." So
Yes. So certain tone I use, they will freak out.
yeah, we have Vignesh Soren asking, can you kindly share the platform which you use to get the kids to do the goal setting? For those of you who are looking into like how can I get my kids to do this? How can I do this? Like because Valsala have a goal and she set the goal and she work on the goals, the kids also follow them, follow the mother to do what they are doing and everything. So that's become a very nice family. Both all three of them in the family are very successful. So if you're looking into something like that, you can always contact me. If you have my number, you can contact me or you can PM me in my Facebook. Or this is my number actually. I'm Steven, by the way. So this is my number. You can contact me directly, and I will be getting in touch with you to share with you more about how you can get to know more about this goal setting program for your kids and also for yourself. So
Because it's two different platforms. For the
two different
youngsters,
platforms.
it's different
Yep.
platform. For the adults, it's a different platform, depending on what you want, what you're looking for. That's why Steven say contact him. So
Yeah,
that's it.
and I also don't think it will work as nicely as I don't think so it will work nicely if only your kids working into your goal, working into their goals and everything. Like what works was for Valsala and the two other kids is the Valsala's kids is they work towards their goal as a family. So they
One
complement
last
each
thing
other with their goals. Yes,
before
Valsala, go
before you send, one last thing is letting go the control. Eventually, you have to become friends with your children. Okay, that means like 19, 22 years old and all. I'm no more their mother. I mean, I am their mother, but
ahead.
I'm no more acting like their mother. If I act like their mother, they won't hang out with me. Okay, and I, it's like, so it's like I let go. Once you let go the control and you share with them truthfully things that happen in your life, they also come back and share with you, and you break down the mother daughter barrier. That means if they talk about boys to me, I mean, I'll freak out last time, but I learned how to accept that if I don't hear this, guess who will they hear? They will talk to their friends who don't know anything and give
Yes.
wrong advice. Yes. So I might start tell them, but you cannot stop them. That means you must accept they're growing up and eventually build a relationship to become friends. Then
Mm,
it's very beautiful. Then you enjoy their success as well.
okay. Yep. Sorry, I just realized my number is wrong in the chat. Oh no. Okay, now we should be okay. Those of you who contacted me in the wrong number, this is my correct number. So you can contact me again. So sorry. Thank you, Vasla, for being here, for sharing all your stories. And I think raising successful children into a 30 minutes talk is never enough. You have so much of experience to share. At least I think Hira is 22 years old, so you have 22 years of experience to share on how did you actually raise both of them in a nice way. But this is all the time we have. Maybe we can do a part two in near future. So if you guys want audience, you can contact Vasla or you can contact me directly, and I can see how I can connect with you guys correctly in a way. So Valsla's company, Globetrotter Consultancy, actually does programs for adults, parents, how they can focus on their goal, whatever goal that they have. If your goal is to focus on your kids, make them, raise them in a nice way and everything, Valsla can actually help you guide with that. And I'm the head of marketing and sales for Globetrotter Consultancy as well. So you can anytime you can contact me. Let me have a chat with you and see how we can help you out. So thank you, Varsala, for being here today and sharing your wonderful sharing. For those of you who are watching, thank you for being awesome audience,
Thank
and
you,
thank you for
Steven.
joining.
Thank you, Vignesh. Thank you, Lakshmi. Okay, now I can see more people. Thank you.
Yeah, you can see
Finish
more people.
now. Thank you.
So, yeah, thank you everyone for joining. See you guys next week for another episode of Talk with Steven. Until then, bye. Have a good day and stay safe.
Thank you. Bye.